than this description, that for reasons yet obscure, still yet obscure, alcoholics have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory of the suffering and humiliation of even a week or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink, which clarifies that even when an alcoholic is not drinking, they are without defense. So how do they stay sober? And that's what the rest of the book is about, how that works. But the fact of the matter is that this system, this process works in the brains of alcoholics who are even very bright, have a lot of self-knowledge, that it's as if when the addiction is active, even before the drug is taken, the addiction can control like these little dials on the voices in the brains of the addict. The one voice could say, you know, this is really not a good idea. It's a bad idea to go take that medication or do that drug, or go to the doctor and ask for help for this particular problem and try to get something written for me. You know, and the other side will say, you know, this is going to be fine because the doctor must know what he's doing and I can take whatever. I've been in recovery for a while. When the addiction is activated, the volume is turned really far down on the voice of, say, reason and logic, and all the addict can hear is that I'm going to be okay. And so the brain of the alcoholic or addict is really not trustworthy in a lot of times, and this is where support from other people in recovery becomes so crucial. So what do you do now? Well, you learned about a lot of different medications and how it's important to be careful and not just trust that what you're about to be given and necessarily by your regular doctor is going to be safe. For those people who are in recovery for years, you risk a lot of work by taking something that may be potentially dangerous for you. You can always consult with somebody who is actually trained. There are people trained in addiction medicine, one of them here, one of them in the audience at least, and who can help you, who can guide you. And you can, even if you can't be seen by your addiction doctor, you can have a relationship with one where you go once a year. And if you're prescribed a medication by your regular primary doctor, you can always call and say, before you take the medicine, is this going to be okay? And get some guidance. And that could be a lot of people use that technique. Just to clarify, in general, if you're on any medication, if you're in this room, I did not tell you to stop it. I told you that you should get some guidance individually. Furthermore, I think that people who are in recovery should clearly not get advice about starting or stopping medication